Wednesday, January 28th, 2009 at 5 p.m. in the Goodwin Library. Community meeting, rule review discussion, community comment session regarding proposed rule changes and additions. Now the rule changes that they tried to enact, or are trying to enact, regard the location underneath the clock by where the fish throwers throw their fish. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to ask us to turn eastward instead of facing inward, westward, to perform during not only the off season, but on what amounts to the most populated days of the week, the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They want us to face outward towards the streets, where nobody is standing there looking for performers. They're all walking inside under cover, especially in the rain. In the rain, where have we got to go? Nowhere. If we're facing outward, we're facing rainfall. And although Seattleites are known for their love of rain, I just don't think it's going to be very easy for me to open up my guitar case and it's going to get all soggy. You can't play a handsaw in the rain, it rusts. And and a lot of performers and I enjoy performing in that particular location, even though the fish throwers manage to create more of an audience than we ever create, and they create kind of a conflict of energy, because there are several of them barking at once and being actually much louder than what we can even be while we're trying to perform there. And that little distraction alone makes it a difficult location to play, but still, I enjoy it. So there's a number of other performers who enjoy performing in that location, and that's the only place that some performers play. So taking away some of what was our ability to perform down here, taking that away from us an inch at a time, I just don't think is right. I don't think it's right, and I don't think that they should be able to get away with that. They claim that they want to do that because of the crowds that gather because of our performances, via our performances. And I don't think any of them have ever stood underneath the clock and compared the audiences that we might gather as performers and compare them to what the fish throwers gather there. There's no comparison. They have much more, the crowds that they gather are much larger via their performances than what we do as performers down there, because you can only perform there. We can only perform there with one or two people in our group. They can perform there with as many of their employees as they wish. And this whole thing is coming about, I think, is primarily due because those people have a bigger financial footprint. That business has a bigger financial footprint than what we represent in the market as entertainers. I mean, if I was down here making $1 million a year and having to fork out rent and compensation to the market for my performances down here, you could bet I'd have a bigger say in the rules and in the changes of the rules that happen at any given busker location. And that's not right. It's not right that money should rule down here. This is a public space. It seems like they tout that it's public space, the authorities down here do, when it's to their advantage. And when it's not to their advantage, tout as such, they come on us with their authority and their bureaucracy and their rulage, and that isn't right either. What we do down here may not have tangible results in that there's no way of telling our effect on all of the various visitors that come down to the market. But what we do down here does have an effect on those visitors. And that alone, the fact that we come and we share that freely, we actually pay for the right to come down here and share our artistry, our folk art, and our performances freely for mere donations. does not give them the right to enact rules that restrict us in this regard and in what we're trying to do down here. That's just, and there is no basis for that rule that they're trying to put into effect. We do not, our crowds do not cause an issue underneath the clock. Crowds that do cause an issue are in effect constantly every day, and they're not caused by us. So if they want to put a rule into effect to reduce the problems of crowding underneath in that area, they should look at the people who they've given carte blanche to, who are throwing fish underneath the market clock there. That's what I got to say about that.
Thank you very much. Reggie Miles. What's today's date? January 26, 2009.
2009, that's right.
Thank you for listening.